What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys, so last episode we were gonna finish up the Untitled Compressed section, but then we ran out of steel, right? So we set this thing up and we had some steel going, and all the steel that we had in there completed, and I just threw in another stack of iron since we have a little bit of extra now, yeah, to make some more. I have 54 steel on me. I think that's the amount we put in there, and we get some slag for each piece of steel that we create. I was looking at the uses for the slag. The slag can turn into concrete. We can turn into clay. We can turn into this phyto grow stuff, which maybe is something we're going to want to do a little bit later. I don't know. You can turn into these different florbs, I guess. And then morbs. I forget what these are. Holds a mob in stasis. Throw at a mob to capture it. Okay, so thermal expansion now has its own version of the safari net, right? Okay, so that's pretty cool. You can throw that at a mob and it'll capture it, kind of like Pokemon, I guess. That's very cool. Okay, so the concrete can also be used for some other things. I was taking a look at this. That can be used to make leaded concrete launch pad, which we're going to need for advanced rocketry a little bit later. And I think that might be it. So yeah, I mean, it's got a little bit of uses, not a whole lot, but definitely something we're going to want to hold on to. So into the quest book we go. On the Untitled Compressed section, we just have the auto heavy sieve remaining. And yeah, let's go ahead and craft that auto heavy sieve. Okay, so that requires 2 blocks of steel, 4 glass panes, 2 steel ingots. I think we have a good portion of all this stuff all ready to go. So there is 2 blocks of steel. We have 2 steel ingots on us. We need 4 glass panes. And then we need our heavy sieve, which is in one of these things right there. Cool. So I think we should be ready to go. There it is. And that is all done. Quest complete. Easy. Easy, easy. Let's set this one down. The last one we looked at did require a bit of power. Yeah, this is 130. Our regular sieve, like we saw before, says it takes 45. And that was eating through our power. So we're still not making a lot of power right now. That might be something we should look at here very, very soon. I don't think we're going to be using that at the moment. Maybe a little bit later if we need some automated resources. This is where... This is a new chest where I'm just keeping all of our newly crafted things that we don't want to place down. Okay. So we'll claim 2 loot chests from there, and we have yet another section complete. So survival's done, Untitled Compressed, and better with mods. All of those are now officially done. That's awesome. So tinkering, we did end up getting a couple of these things completed from me doing the Tinker IO stuff last episode. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, manulin, we had made some manulin before, but we cast out the blocks, but this wanted us to have an ingot of it. So we can go ahead and claim this. And then night slime, again, wanted us to have 1 ingot. We ended up making 2 ingots. Got another one right here, and I made like, I guess 6 manulin, and we got some nuggets left over. But anyway, we have 4 of these loot chests. Let's pop them. So slime sling and slime boots, we've already gotten that. We've been making use of that. Energy laser relay from actually additions. I'm not really sure if I know how that works. More signalin, we've gotten that one before. And finally, more wooden torch arrows, which we will go ahead and store over here for the time being, for the next 5 minutes, whichever comes first. Okay, so signalin we can put away. Steel, we got a lot of that stuff now. 36 steel ingots in there. That's really good. Slime sling and boots, we'll probably end up throwing those away. I'll just store them for now. Okay, so now that we got that done, we could start working on a few more of these different tasks that are here, or we could start jumping into another section. Getting food, I'm not really sure if there's anything in here that's going to help us for the time being. I don't know if there's anything that we need to do with this right now. So let's go and skip that for right this moment. We'll go to immersive tech. Now we started into this one a little while ago, but there is some upgrades that we can do. Like for instance, better steel. This wants us to make the reinforced blast brick for the better blast furnace, which takes these blast furnace preheaters, which can speed up the steel making process. So what does it take for a reinforced blast brick? So one of those requires a blast brick plus a steel plate. I don't know if we need the same amount of blast brick, the reinforced ones, as we do for this one over here. But what I do know is that it takes up a little bit more space, and then it will require power to those preheaters. So it's a little bit more advanced of a machine. Where is our book here? Engineer's Manual. Let's take a look at this. Oh boy. I think I saw that kind of fixes itself if I change the scale and then go back in there. At least it seemed to the last time. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so for whatever reason, I have to change my interface level, and then it goes back to being readable. Okay, so heavy machines, we want to get ourselves improved blast furnace. The improved blast furnace is a much more professional way of creating steel. Not only does it allow the automation of in and outputs, that's awesome because currently we can't put anything in and out of our blast furnace. It can also be outfitted with preheaters to speed up the refinement process by addition of hot air. Woo, 2 episodes in a row, 2 crashes. So yeah, I was reading the book and the game just went away. There was no crash log or whatever. And I've seen that before with immersive engineering. Like if you're reading this book, it'll just crash the game. So we're not going to read the book anymore. I did go through and get screenshots. So I was just reading. It can also be outfitted with preheaters to speed up the refinement process by the addition of hot air. It says the furnace is made from reinforced bricks, so you'd be advised to spend your first batches of steel on this upgrade, which makes sense. It says the structure of the furnace is similar to a crude predecessor, but the bricks have been reinforced, and a hopper was added at the top to funnel in the inputs. So I'll have to go through the book and take a look at the thing on there. Make sure I know how to place these blocks. I guess it's just one hopper in the top center or something. It says steel is output at the front of the furnace, slag at the back, and the furnace will automatically output to the connected inventories or conveyor belts. Iron and coal coke are fed in through the top. Okay. And then finally, it's talking about the preheaters. It says blast furnace preheaters are used to heat up air and then blow it into the furnace to speed up the refinement process of iron. Each furnace can have up to 2 preheaters connected to the ports on each side, and each preheater requires 32 flux per tick to operate. Okay, so in order for us to do this, we're gonna have to make, I guess, 27 steel plates, upgrade every single block of the furnace to the reinforced variant, lay it out exactly the same, put a hopper on top, and then click it with a wrench, I guess is how that's gonna work. I think. Okay, so that might be something that we should look at. So we're gonna need 27 steel plates. We can go ahead and grab those real quick. We are going to need to get our engineer's hammer. All right, so there's that and that. There we go. There's 27 of those. Pretty easy to do. And now we need to disassemble. So this is in the middle of cooking one more. Actually, let's just stop it now. It's fine. Get off my inventory. All right, so there you go. We'll break one block, then we should be able to vein mine this thing. There it is. I'll place a torch back here. Okay, so let's check this out. So if we do the blast brick plus one of those, there's 27. It says that we need a hopper, so we're gonna have to make one of those. I've ran out of all of my extra hoppers. I do believe we had some of these various chests over here. Anyway, so we'll grab one chest and then some iron to go with it. I guess we have a lot of iron on me. All right, so we'll do this, and that, and then one of those. Very good. Okay, so let's just set this thing up and see if we know how to put it together first of all, and then we will might have to refer back to the book if this doesn't work. So I think they're saying it goes like this, and then we need the top layer like so. I need to grab this hammer thing. All right, so let's hop up on this thing as we place these last few blocks. And I do believe it said we needed a hopper in the center. So now do we click? Where do we click this thing to get it going? Yeah, I'm feeling like I might have done this one incorrectly. I couldn't see the, oh, no, there it goes. Had to click it in a special place and there it is. Okay, so which one's the front? Is this the front? That might be the front. These look like the preheater things. And then that must be where we put the stuff into the top automatically. So this thing's gonna need a little bit more space than what we have right now, I think. Yeah, it looks kind of cool though. I wish there was another upgrade for our, what is this one? The coke oven to make it look a little bit more like that so they'd match. That'd be kind of cool. Let's take a look at the preheater things. So these, we need an external heater, which is a lot of stuff here. Copper, so copper wires, plates, metal press could give us double instead of doing it 1-for-1 with the shears. And then we also need the iron sheet metal. So that is 1 iron plate makes 1 sheet metal, and we're gonna need 14 of those. Okay, so that's doable. So I might go ahead and make 2 of these preheaters. I don't know if we're gonna have the RF to get that hooked up just yet, but we might as well make them. They're not super expensive. Yeah, and then we'll check this thing out. Alright, so I moved our improved blast furnace over here into this room where our sieve is, and I also set up this garden cloche so we could have a little bit more sugarcane. We're starting to run a little low on our food that we've been using here, and in order to make this, we need sugar plus wheat. So yeah, I set this thing back up so it's doing something, and we need to set it up so it's automated, and this is going into a proper storage, but I think 4 stacks of sugarcane is going to be enough for now. So yeah, we got this thing set back up. I just made 2 of these blast furnace preheaters. These weren't too bad. I did have to make myself another engineer's hammer though. Yeah, the one that we had ran out of juice like halfway through making the, I guess it was the iron plates for the iron sheet metal. It broke, so we had to make a new one. Okay, so now we have this thing set up. Now I do believe each one of these things requires us to put power to the top of it. Yeah, it's got a little knob up there, a little nubbin. All right, so let us connect some power. I don't know how we're going to do this. Maybe something like this. It's not going to look pretty. We might even be able to make that look better if we use the immersive engineering power connectors and the wires and stuff, but I think we're just going to do it this way. Okay, so I want to... Whoop, I don't want to fall down. That's definitely not what I wanted to do, but I guess that's fine. Okay, so we will... Let's just poke out the wall here. I can just put in some more stone. Okay, so we want to connect right to this thing because this one connects to all of the other power around the base, so that should give us the most amount of power for this. All right, so we'll just bring this straight down like so. That should be good, and then connect that right there, and these things immediately have power. Okay, very good. So we should be hooked up here. For now, I'll just fill that back in with cobblestone just so we don't have the empty spot there. All right, so that's what we're looking like for now. We still need to put in the coal coke, and we still need to put in the iron. See, I think... Oh, no, it said that the coal coke goes in from the top now, right? So can I... Let's pull her up there. Let's see if we can just drop it on the top, or I don't know if it has to be inserted. Can I cue one in there? Oh, it looks like it... That's not what I wanted to cue. I was going to say, it looks like it went off the top. Yeah, that doesn't auto input into it anymore. Okay, so there is a hopper up there, but it doesn't quite work that way. We just have to pipe items into it. All right, so that's good to know. I was kind of curious how that was all going to be set up. All right, so now that we have this done, we need to have an input chest. So, yeah, I guess we're going to make a little bit more thermal expansion stuff. We might already have some of the item conduit, but I'm pretty sure we are out of our servos. So we'll need an input chest, output chest. Let's see, we're going to want some of our piping, which we have some here. Okay, so there's some item ducts. Let's see, we do have 2 resonance servos. I think we're going to need one more though. All right. Well, for now, we will go with this, and then we'll probably end up having to make one because it said the slag goes out the back. The items go in from the top, and I think we pull out the steel from here. So let's put a chest here. All right, we will do an item duct. No? Does it just automatically eject into a chest in front of it? Maybe that's what it does. Okay, well, it looks like that's a spot, but our item duct definitely doesn't want to connect to it. That's so odd. Okay. Well, we'll put a chest there and see if it does something. Then we also had a spot back here for the slag. I'll put a chest there. I don't know. Actually, I guess we could check this one too and see if an item duct connects to it first of all. Nope, nothing wants to connect to that. All right, so we'll put the chest here. And then we need to connect to the top. That does connect for sure. Okay. So bring that over, and I guess we'll just put a chest right here so we can just dump items in there and put it into the thing. So here is one servo, always active. If we put coal coke in there, that gets extracted out and put right where it needs to be. Very good. All right, so now we need to grab a little bit of iron and see if that goes into the right spot. I assume it will. And then finally, we will need to see if everything gets auto-ejected like I think it should, but I don't know if it does. All right, so 23 iron, that should be enough for this quick little test here just to see if this is going to work correctly or not. All right, we'll just throw the iron right into here. That gets removed. That gets put into there. And is that going much faster? It probably is going a little bit faster. I mean, it's not like really slow. We'll definitely need a way to get our coal coke brought from back in that other room over there over to here so we can automate this process. Well, it looks like the steel and the slag are both gone. That automatically ejects here, and the slag automatically gets put there. I'll put my other slag there. Very good. Okay, so this is a really nice setup. We just need to input the items into the top of it, and then everything else just kind of takes care of itself. It is using a lot of power, though. Yeah, the power in our conduits are going away. So we could disconnect these. It doesn't say that it needs these preheaters, but that speeds up the process. So I don't know. We'll see. We might get rid of them. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, guys. So we have the reinforced blast brick, and we made the blast furnace preheater, which completed our better steel quest. So let's go ahead and claim that. So we have a few other things available here in the immersive text section, including the voltage, medium voltage, and I assume we'll unlock the HV stuff. There's getting wires up, which is ways that we can run power wires around with immersive engineering. So I think we should take a look at some of these quests and just get these things knocked out. But first things first, let's pop our loot chest and we get some more bread slices. Okay, so not the best reward. All right, so let's do low voltage. Let's check this one out. Oh, actually, I guess it's going to want us to make a few things. So we want LV wire connector, LV wire relay. We've already made the wire coils many times, and the LV capacitor. So let's do immersive LV. All right, so that should pretty much show us all the different things that we need. LV capacitors, that requires 2 copper, a lead, some treated planks. All of these things we do have available right now. Copper, lead, what else goes in there? Iron and a redstone. We don't have any iron ingots, I don't think, so let's separate some of those. Very good. And we'll make one of these guys. Okay, so that's an LV capacitor. I don't know, does it show anywhere how much power that thing holds? I guess it doesn't. If we set it down and we right click on it, it still doesn't say anywhere on the thing how much power it holds, unfortunately. But we could add that into our collection, into our power system over there, I guess. Let's move on to one of the next items here. LV wire relay and LV wire connector. So the connector requires terracotta and some copper. Terracotta is the renamed hardened clay, if I remember correctly. So that's 4, and this one requires 2 more, so we need 6 of those. We'll go ahead and throw that into our furnace here and get that stuff cooking up now. Okay, and then we are also going to need 3 copper and then 5 copper total. Very good. We can take apart one of our blocks, one of our mini blocks that we have here. And there's that. Okay, very good. So now we can do this guy. So there's 4 of the LV ones, and we can get 8 of the relays. Cool. That wasn't so bad at all. That's going to give us a loot chest. We'll take that one. And that unlocked the high voltage one. So the medium voltage one, whoops, immersive MV. So the medium voltage capacitor does not require the previous one. Okay, so that's treated planks, redstone, lead, electrum. All right, I don't think we had any electrum in the system here or in our chest. It doesn't look like it. So electrum is gold and silver. So that's a pretty easy alloy for us to do. We'll just throw that in there with the silver, and we'll lit that alloy up, and then we'll use our smart output here in just a moment. Okay, so we need lead, a block of redstone. I think we already had lead on us. Yeah, block of redstone is easy as well, and then 3 iron and 2 treated planks. Okay, so is this thing done melting, and do we have an alloy yet? It is in the process of alloying, not quite there yet. Let's pop this chest. So that gives us a wooden rail and a modular cart. That's the second time we've received that item, and we'll just throw those down there. I really don't see a purpose for us using those. Yeah, not really something I'm ever going to use. Okay, so we can cast these out. We'll have a little bit extra electrum for the future, which is good. I should have taken a look and seen how much electrum we need for all this stuff. We might need more than that now that I'm thinking on it. All right, so there's an MV capacitor. Again, it doesn't really say any information about it. We need the MV wire connector and relay, so 6 more clay. Uh-oh. When we do the HV ones, we're probably going to have to make more clay. All right, so this requires iron, and that's iron. All right, so that's pretty easy. We already have it on us, so we just got to wait for this clay to finish up smelting here. And there we go. So MV wire connector, MV wire relay. And what was the last thing? We need an MV wire coil. And to make one of those, we need 4 electrum wires. And we can get that from the electrum plates plus shears. So that means we need a little bit more electrum. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and do 8 more pieces of electrum, I guess. That. Plus that, and I'll cast it out as a block. I'll add 1 more electrum ingot to that. All right, so let me alloy that up. We'll cast it out, and then we will be right back. All right, guys, so the game did crash again after I melted down the rest of that electrum. I poured it out into the smart output, and then, yeah, it seems like there's an interaction between our transfer node and the smart output, which causes some kind of an error and just makes Minecraft crash. So what I ended up doing is underneath our smart output, I just have a hopper, a vanilla Minecraft hopper. So hopefully that'll pull out whatever item it is into there. And then we have a transfer node on the hopper itself, which will put up into this chest. So hopefully that's going to work. Maybe it would work better if I use thermal expansion item ducts and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, we just have 1 more item here to craft, and then we can get this going. So there is MV wire coils, which should complete the quest, and it does. Very good. Okay, so let's get back to this section after my many reboots here, restarts of the pack, and we can claim that loot chest. Okay, so high voltage is the last one, and I'm not sure. Let's take a look if that requires more clay. If so, we might move on for the moment. HV wire collect. Yeah, that definitely does require more clay, and this requires glass, which requires iron and green. Okay, we'll hold off on that for the moment. I don't think we're really going to be using these wires at all. At least I don't plan on it for right this moment anyway. So there's some hay bales. Okay, so let us move on. We can do getting wires up. These are kind of cool. I like these telephone pole style things, or I guess electric poles. They look really nice, but unfortunately the immersive engineering wires, since they lose power over distance, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to use these when we have other ways of transferring power in the pack. But we'll go ahead and make these anyway. So a wooden post. This is some treated wood fence plus a chiseled stone, or I guess some kind of a stone. So wait, we already had the fences ready to go. Okay, I guess we used those for something else a while ago. I don't remember what it was, but there is not how you make that thing. So why not? So treated wood fence, and stone. That is the recipe. It says we're missing stone. Does it have to be a stone brick? Maybe that's what it is. I'll try one of those. Aha, okay. Well, I guess that'd be a stone brick. So there's a wooden post. I remember playing around with these a little bit in Infinity Evolved Expert mode. And in that pack, we also had post extenders, which we could make the post taller, which was kind of cool. I liked that. This thing, like when you put these connectors on there, it does form like a little arm or whatever that comes off, I think. Doesn't it? I thought there was some way to make it so it had like a thing coming off of it. I don't really remember how these things work. But anyway, these are so you can run wires in the center of your base or whatever without something to attach that to. All right, so the other thing that this wanted us to create, maybe it's a wall mount. Maybe you have to put the wall mount on this thing is what it is. Okay, so let's make that wooden wall. M-O-U-N-T, not Walmart, which I was trying to spell for some reason. Okay, so we can do it with these different sidings, or we can just do it this way, which is a little bit more expensive, but I think that's going to be just fine. So we have a treated stick, there's 3 planks, and we can just go ahead and craft that like a so. All right, very good. So that should complete the quest. Do these go on the pole? Is that how that works? Not really. Not really. Yeah, there is some other way to do this, so you could extend that out a little bit. And I don't remember how you do it, but anyway, these things can go on the wall, so you don't have to attach these guys directly to the wall. You can put these like that, and then attach these like that, which makes them look a little bit better, a little bit. Anyway, it's kind of cool if you're trying to get immersed in your engineering, which I don't think we're really going to be doing too much here. It says, want to make your base look nice? Place your wires on poles and wall mounts. And D. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft, or I guess pop our loot chest from the items that we crafted, and we get Lantern of Paranoia. Okay, so another item we're probably not going to be using very much, if at all. Right here, we got razor wire. So razor, this stuff requires a lot of steel, and I know that we have a lot of steel now. Now, does that want us to make retrieval task? It wants us to do 6 of those, so we have to have 2 recipes. Okay, so we need 8 steel plates and then a bunch of these steel wires. So 10 steel wires. Where is all of our steel? Did we use it all? Is it in my inventory? I'm looking. It's right here. Okay, so we need 10 steel wires. So again, we're gonna have to use our shears and this thing because we don't have the other available options from immersive engineering setup just yet. So there's the steel plates, there's our steel wires, and then what else do we need here? 8 more steel plates. All right, so we can do that. Okay, put these guys away. And finally, we can do 2 crafts of that. Very good. So razor wire, I know this is supposed to hurt mobs. I don't know, how much damage does this do? It does nothing to a player. Oh, no, actually, there it did. Oh, so you can walk inside it. When you get inside it, it starts doing damage to you, I guess. Not a whole lot of damage. Oh, okay, let's not do that. So it's like a protector. Like, you can't walk through it unless you're right in the center. Is that how that works? How does that work? Oh, it works a lot better if you have multiple together. Oh, I was running into the edges, I guess. Okay, so that is kind of cool. I've never used this stuff before. I guess that is... Can I not break this? How do you remove that? Am I going to have a razor wire in the middle of my base for forever? Can I use this to remove it? I don't know. So that'll turn it. It says pickaxe was the correct tool. Do I have to break the block under it? No, that doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, well, maybe I need some kind of a wrench or something. I guess I'll have to take a look online and figure out how you are supposed to remove the razor wire. So I was looking all over the place how to get rid of this razor wire. Went off to the wiki, and I was looking. It didn't really say, but it did say you can hook these up to power and it will do more damage. It also said if the mobs are wearing leg armor and boots, like, it decreases the amount of damage it does to like half a heart. So I guess we can do more damage like this. Anyway, we put those back on, then we do less damage. Yeah, I think that's probably doing damage to my diamond leggings, so I really don't want to do that. But anyway, what I ended up finding out is that you need to use an item from immersive engineering called wire cutter, engineers wire cutters, in order to remove it. Even though it says you can remove it with a pickaxe on the tooltip, I haven't tried this yet. How does this work? Okay, so you just use the thing as like a pickaxe. Interesting. All right, well, we were able to get the razor wire out of there. Don't think I'm going to really be using that. At least I don't think I will. There might be a point where that could come in handy. I mean, if we can hook that up, that could be like a decent way to do a mob trap, I suppose. Like, but I think we have better ways of doing it, and I don't think mobs would drop experience and I don't think that they would get fortuned or the player kill drops or experience. There's a lot of things about that I don't know. And it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so it might not be the best option. But anyway, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and claim all of these things. That's gonna go 6 more razor wire, some steel, and a loot chest. Yeah, let's go ahead and claim that real quick. We will pop this medkit and bandages. I don't think we've gotten bandages yet. Restore 30% of your health over 60 seconds, and this is 70%. We've been getting these med kits and we haven't been using them at all. I don't know if we're ever going to use them. What's the recipe? Are they expensive? They require a potion of healing, some terracotta, bandages, heart dust, and this. And that requires paper plus heart dust and that. Okay, so I was thinking that I was going to throw those away, but since they're kind of involved to craft, we've never used them before, but since they are kind of involved to craft, we'll go ahead and keep them. Yeah, well, let's not throw them away, since if we ever want them later, they're going to be a real pain to make. Maybe they'll be great, like when we get a lot of hearts going on, and then we fight a boss, and we're like, oh, let's heal up in the middle of the fight. Maybe it'll be good at that point, but for right now, it's not really doing much for us. Anyway, guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. Yeah, unfortunately, we've been dealing with quite a few crash issues recently. Hopefully, putting the vanilla hopper underneath the Tinker IO thing there will solve the problem. Yeah, like I said, I was reading the crash log, and it said it had something to do with the extra utilities thing and that particular block back there. So, yeah, hopefully this will solve it. Maybe. Anyway, I guess time will tell. But that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.